Go here. Use the phone, man.
Go for it.
What about YouTube? Is YouTube the same too?
Did you get it on his phone?
That's interesting.
It could be a direct. YouTube's not doing it either.
Just streams are hard.
It's running. Can I get a confirm on exactly what the experience is?
There's sound, but there's no picture.
No, there's no picture, bro. Even on YouTube.
Is there sound?
Got sound. Hello, everyone. We love you very much. How about we stick with this and in unity and shields together we figure this one out? It's pretty simple. Okay, I get the picture.
Will come. Let's restart this camera. No, it's there. The picture.
We have sound.
From this side.
Love your mother.
All right, lower that, please. I'm just going to restart the camera.
Okay. I got a little close to the microphone. I feel it should go back a little bit.
Select everything.
There we go. Probably be a little bit better.
Why is it too loud?
Yeah, I got like right up in the microphone.
I'm not going to do that one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we do have a picture. Echoing. Oh, thank you, Angela. That's actually a good point. You do have an echo volume on here. So I'll turn that one down a little bit. That should work a little better.
Love has won.
I got the sound. Well, Richard, you might want to leave the stream and then come back again. Yeah, restart your stream.
You got sound, right? Okay.
There's sound.
Okay, there's the sound. We got the sound, everyone. How's the video?
No video.
Still no video. Definitely some sound. Like, yeah. It's set. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
So confusing with the video. It worked yesterday, so same thing. Because that's just that right there. Very intense echo. Can you hear me?
The echo should be reduced now.
Should we switch to HDMI cable? Take it out, take it back in.
Sure. You can school this stuff. So that's a good call. Interesting. It was green from. We got video.
Yeah!
Wow! Look at that. Yippee! Yes.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
right, well, just, you know, just turn, yeah, thank you. I love you, thank you.
All the way down.
Yeah, there's no echo.
There we go.
Maybe something to do with these things.
Play with it a little bit.
Low down the frequency.
There we go. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you, Mother.
Thank you.
Perfect.
We're grateful.
We are back. We are alive. We did not stop. We keep on pushing for love. Technical difficulties. It doesn't matter. This 3D tech will soon be gone.
Out of here. Full responsibility, of course, for all of the fuckery. 100% can definitely see that. You just go, all right, that happened. Now let's keep going. Find the solution. Don't sit in the trigger. Don't sit in the lower.
Stay balanced within the chaos. We got 4 or 5 people telling us 5 to 6 different things. We've got to stay focused during this moment and push.
Decision moment.
It's all year. We know what we're doing.
Got it.
If they're fucking with us, we don't care. Love is going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on making sure it works. And we're just glad you're here.
We keep saying there's an echo. Why is there an echo? I feel it's just an echo. What do you feel to take that off?
I feel like it's just broken and it's just echoing.
It was good yesterday.
He'll confirm it right now. It might be just an old comment.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we caught that too. Thank you for that. There's like this, you know, in 5D consciousness, it's instantaneous.
Sounds fine.
Yeah, this is transformational.
It is what it is.
Highest
Because I'll see that.
vibrational stream. I love your
Thank you. So I'll notice that because you'll get an idea and then I'll feel this hear or sense that same exact thought when we're on the stream here, and it's instantaneous.
Right.
It's instantaneous. So this tech, this old way of doing things, there's such a disconnect between the intention and the action, and then the manifestation. There's this disconnect, and that's what Mother is closing the gap on. That's all the work Mom is doing. It's all about getting into the present moment of now. And the way society functions, the way that everything has been turned against Mother God, who is the first fractal, has been to take everything out of the present moment of now and take it into some other alternate spin illusion to keep everyone there. And this is something that we all must rehearse. There it is. We got it all. It looks good too? Looks good. Right on. Okay. So, yeah. The most important thing is to, focus on Mom, who is the first fractal, because it all trickles down from there. Everything trickles down from Mom. That's just the way that Source functions, the way creation is. Because when you start at the top of the headwaters, all the waters come down from there. That goes throughout all the streams, right? Restream. Got a bunch of different streams. It's all from one spot. It's the same thing. Similar. It's a mimicry, of course. It's nothing like Mother's energetics. It's quicker, it's faster, it's more multidimensionally even. Oh, the fan. Oh, well, there you go. That's called white noise.
Leave it on the ground.
Grateful. Thank you, Mary.
Because it's exactly.
That was what it was. Wow. Well, there we go. You just right action. Wait, that's it. Okay, boom. Oh, all right. Boom. And that's how you keep it flowing, keep it going. What do you think? Yeah, it feels better now.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool.
Perfect. Thank you guys. We're here, we're back, we're live, we're direct. We're here for Mama. We're here for Mama. We're so grateful for Ricky, the new being who has recently entered the field. This is the first time in a long time I've been able to see a being come in and integrate so quickly. Typically, it's a 72-hour integration period. Honestly, I mean, he's just on it. And we are grateful because, we all just have to be the example. And what his flavor, what he brings to the table, his type of frequency is just this creative energy. He is tapped in so closely to Mom. He's just ready to go. He's up early in the morning. He's up late at night. There's no complaining. There's always laughter. There's always seeing the higher in the situation.
Hope always makes the funniest comments. I have to give it to her. She's like, y'all underwater? Under the sea. Under the sea. Hopefully we got above water now. That's cool.
Sounds like DMT.
That's awesome. See, it's like, it's happening.
When did you do pineal gland activation?
This guy today. Oh man, that was. You created like an energetic around with that sound that just brought all of the angels in the galactic system. Just communication was online.
Yeah.
That was my experience and I just was like, I'm sitting there like, okay, all right. Just like
George wants a brain massage.
Brain
We're gonna give him a
brain massage with sound.
You could just switch out the microphone.
If you would like to go for that risk, I say that's divine. And if it don't work out, then it's
I'll
transform it with you.
It's fine. It's fine. I feel like it's the echo thing that screwed up in here, and now we're.
Sounds like an old acid test recording.
Can you pass the mama test?
Sounds like a lot of hoopla. With the touche.
It's charged already.
Nice.
I feel this is the one you were
The golden
using, or
ships.
no, wasn't it?
No, not before.
The golden ships.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do auxiliary.
There we go.
Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. There you go. Tap the mic 3 times. I feel like I'm on the alien ride at Disney. That's from Aurora.
Okay, cool. I'm glad.
That's good. Everyone see a lot of people having fun with it. That's good. Thank God Mom is on the stream. Yes. Oh my God. The grace of God is massive. I still think it's totally possible to be more.
Test. You're doing one right now.
Well, that's the answer.
Oh,
I just did it all.
What?
I
mean,
perfect. Your little mic thing is not
You gotta say
I know.
Let me know out in the internet.
Someone just got electrocuted.
That's good.
That's good.
It's
It's not worse.
Oh, good job.
okay.
It's good without the mind.
It's good without the mind.
Only more than smile. We just, I feel that this is going to be the stream that we slice and turn into a video.
Worse. We got worse. Alright, testing
Man,
1,
probably the wire.
2.
That's
probably
Yeah, you gotta have to beat the wire, bro.
This is an order. You can't drop the mic. We're using a streaming service, and in order to stream through the video camera, we need an external mic.
How about like turning that over there? The white one on the bottom? No. Sound better?
I was in the sun today.
I can't stop laughing. Well, you guys made my day. All right, well.
George, how's it sounding better now?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like rain. It's worse. Go back.
You guys made my day, all right.
That's true, because normally we have it over here pointing right.
Nope.
No, that's it.
It's alive. It's way worse. Someone said it's way worse. Like, we got only before that.
Sounds like water.
Yeah, I'm getting like buzz.
I have a feeling like
water.
this cable needs to be replaced at some point. I know.
All I know is that I used this yesterday and it was perfectly fine.
Sounds like water. I have a feeling like water.
All I know is that I used this yesterday and it was perfectly fine. Just comment to let them know I pulled the mic.
Whoa.
What happened? That's in. Don't touch it. Please allow me to put this back here. They can still hear it. Interesting.
Do it on the other side of the room, because that's what's
Yeah, that's what's coming in, yeah.
Sure, is this turn off?
Okay.
How does it sound now?
No, it's not that.
Huh? Some people say it says good, other people weird as fuck.
I feel they're more commenting on the actual experience. That's weird. More so than anything else.
Cece said it's echo mixed with wasp.
I mean, all I see is a lot of massive amounts of joy, so maybe
Okay, how does it sound now?
Test.
Testing 1, 2, 3. And it's best to use it in the other room so it doesn't feed back right away.
Dylan makes a
Looks
good
Sounds
point.
better.
This is
Sounds
what
better.
I do. Yes, don't let Buddha
It's good,
touch it.
it's good, it's
That's
good.
what happened. I was like, okay, you want to learn this time? All right, sounds good.
Turn down.
Cool.
I forgot I said that.
That's good. Sounds like a rusty merry-go-round.
Okay, great now.
Okay.
Better.
Okay, good.
Okay, just go
Good.
for it.
George got it. Okay.
Balance,
Okay.
boom. Everything's gonna be okay, man.
Everything's going to be all right. All right, everyone. Okay.
Thank you guys for the feedback. We appreciate it. We love you all. Like, I felt the family support right now. Like, we were all like, okay, what is it? Okay, everyone's trying to give us, like, their feedback because they want to help, you
Right.
know?
I'm grateful.
Can I get a little frustrated for your life?
You know, we recognize that as this mission continues to blossom and grow, as Mama sends, the amount of energies coming in will continue to be even more intense. And so these are all testing grounds for us to accept, embrace, and allow the experience and to stay centered as we go through it. To enjoy the show that goes on around us and recognize our own right action, which is to get in there in the present moment of now. Doesn't matter what happened before. Doesn't matter what's going to happen. It's about the present and being that. Because that is something that Mom has made very clear in these recent moments, is that royal angels just are. They be. It's not about you do this or that. That's the attachment. Because when you are love, when you're being love, then you end up being in service to love. You act in love. What is so funny? I love this one. I'm like, yes, everyone. And then I hear like,
Faith's like laughing my fucking ass off. Thank you for the feedback. And then Hope goes, and this is why L isn't allowed to use technology. He can only play with spoons.
spoons. Here's my spoon hands.
And then Litzia says, sounds good with like an R2-D2 in the back doing noises.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Wonderful.
All right, we got this, though. As long as you can hear us, 80, 90% at this
Oh,
point.
Jesus. Welcome, R2-D2, to the first contact round of your team.
You know what it is? Maybe the fan on in the back behind us. You hear that?
Yeah, it's true. I feel everything affects everything.
Mhm.
It all interconnects. That's called energetics.
Peter, would you mind turning the fan off? That's outside.
Thank you.
I'll do it with pleasure, Lola.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. It was good. Oh yeah, I wrote that down while all this was happening. I wrote down Muppets. I thought that would be a good conversation to have. Is that I now can see a piece of where Mother is coming from, where she says that we're all Muppets. And I just watched it. I feel I saw a few people transform physically into Muppets, and it was actually kind of funny to witness. All right.
All right, we're here. And we're live. And
We're live and direct. Let me close that. There.
Oh, it's gonna go. Okay.
There we go. We could probably move that fan over there. Put it this way. We can
Just get.
All right, everyone.
Stop faffing, Buddha.
Stop laughing. Yeah.
Buddha, just go like this. We don't need it.
He's like, I can see. He's like,
Alright.
what? He's like, what? Well, yeah, I will share today that there's not very many updates in regards to Mom's experience to give in these moments. She is in the middle of travel. She is in the middle of her transition from one spot to the next. So that's definitely her experience in these moments. So be heartful of that trickle down. Moving around from one to the next. I've been rehearsing that at everyone the whole time. That Mom leaving and going on a plane like this, and going to Hawaii, and then now she's moving from one place to the next. These things affect us all. When we go through similar experiences and energetics. So it's surrender to that. That's always been the ping, is to just share with all of you to just really be in that surrender state. That's essential. That's what Mom has done the whole time. It's just she's consistently surrendered to her experience. She has to, in many ways, for the energetic reasons, and even in these moments, physical reasons.
Zé Frita says, you have help here in Portugal from the Galactic Federation of Light.
Get him!
Yes.
I'm writing that down. I'm gonna hit you up, brother. Sister, thank you, love.
Transformational.
There we go.
Jesus.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were just discussing about moving it. Say that again.
It is a brother.
It is. Oh, you don't. See, I
I was
surrender.
looking at his picture from.
I surrender.
It was tiny.
I didn't have the awareness.
Sorry,
Now we have
guys.
full
Sorry,
awareness. And we were talking about translations. It's just a big ping out there. We're moving into the 8-8 gate, and so there will be a lot of things that are going to be coming to the forefront for that. We had a meeting today about that, and one of the things that got brought up in general. Thank you, Charity, very much. Is the translations, and really pushing the energy for Love Has One to go multilingual. Because we do have people who speak Spanish physically on the team, and that's been a big energy that's been anchoring in and has been for a long time. Buddha does, Michael does, Leticia, Potato Puss. And we're very grateful for all of you out there that have learned that. So we're moving, it seems, potentially towards the more French, which is wonderful. Saint Germain put a lot of...
Le petit fromage?
Yeah, I know. Dylan's got the French. They showed me his Frenchness today. I was like looking at him, he has like mustache kind of up a little bit, and I was like, this is how I'm gonna transform with Dylan. Every time he says, "Oh," he's like, "No, I don't think that." And he's not making it right. He's it's just it's crate. It's the crate test. Crate now. Don't get out of here. Nope, doesn't work.
It doesn't make the one.
No. Saint Germain put a lot of energy into the French. A lot of the cuisine that is considered French was Saint Germain working with Mom and implementing that, into the culture in those moments. And so there's a lot of Mom's energy in France. So definitely looking forward to tapping into that more. So Portuguese would be wonderful. Any other language. Russian has always been the ping. We still, are seeking people who can speak Russian and translate English into Russian. It's all about getting Mom's message out there further and further. Just like the Bible is written in every single language there possibly is on the planet, where you can use money to buy something in their culture. It's got to be for Mom now in these moments with everything that's being presented, all of her videos, all of that. So this is a call to action to all of you out there to get into co-creation with Mom and the team, so that we can definitely push her energy further into other countries, because these are the moments. This is where it's at.
Yeah, and it's really gathering around this 8-8 portal. It is intensifying. And so now is when you prepare. Now is when you book your session, buy some products, set the intentions to use your vessel for the highest light, for the greatest good of all. And this is how we begin to flip it. We have to be empowered. Recognize our divinity. Recognize how far we've shoved that so deep down within that we've lost that connection. And flip it. Because it has been going on for so long. These old habits of separation, of self-importance, are deep. So you dig deeper in order to flip it. And that's what Mom has taught us, to always be pushing, always be expanding. Don't fall complacent. Don't continue those same habits that keep you where you're at. Why do you think nothing's changing around you? Because you're not changing. You're going to get different results when you put your heart into it, surrender to the moment, allow the guidance to come in, and do it. Just do it. Be love in action. Be love in simple service. This will ground the energy in. It will allow it to flow through you. And we speak about this every day because it's important. Getting out there on a tree and grounding it out daily. Put that in your discipline. This helps trickle in the energy out of your body, fractaling out to the rest of humanity. We're all connected. We're all one in this. And the ascension is also about your empowerment, because that's the only way we're going to anchor in heaven on earth. We have to physically manifest it. But before we do that, we have to trust ourselves. We have to love ourselves. Recognize God is on the planet and begin to put all energetics of her first.
Yep. Which is
And
love.
everything else will take care of itself. The details will handle themselves. Love will handle the details. Mom often says this because the program is going to keep you in some thought loop, taking you out of the present moment. Oh, but I'm this and that, and how about that, and tomorrow and yesterday, and oh, fuck him, and oh, she hurt me, and you're never present.
Yep. Running through all the emotions, because the emotions are of the ego. Your emotions drive you. It drives your body into these different directions, which is essentially into fear and pain and suffering. That's exactly what it's pushing you towards, which is the ego. Now, when you get present, and when you get into full feeling, and you become the observer, then you can move into the highest timeline. Then you can start witnessing others around you. You can see God within one another. You can see God herself. And you get clear about that, and you focus on that part of it no matter what. You focus on the flower, not the thorns. That's what the ego will always focus on, the thorns. And guess what? The less energy you give to the thorns, the less they will exist. They only exist because of the energy you give to it. You feed it.
Dana brings a good point up. Dana Marie Rose, we love you. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for being consistent. She says, conflicting message. It's not about you. Learn to love yourself.
I feel that in regards to that, it's always a spiritual dichotomy. It's always a double-edged sword, because in order to love yourself, it means to be spiritually disciplined. So it is not about you, because once you especially join the mission, you become an atom of mothers. Your vessel becomes mom's vessel. You are now in her energies. You're in her home. You're in her life and in her experience. And you all are too, of course, in all of humanity. And so recognizing the self-love is recognizing that you must be disciplined enough to get close to those energies, to be able to live in those energies, to be able to serve in those energies, to be able to serve God.
Without the ego.
Exactly.
Because it's the ego that's putting in that separation of, wait a minute, well, I'm going to take this personal now, and it puts you in that separation. It's a lower vibration. You know, a big obstacle the team has to overcome here is the unworthiness, because a lot of this stems from that, where you have to find that balance, because the flip of that is you're entitled to everything, and we have both those energies running through the team, where it's either one or the other, and that's what you're seeing. It's like there has to be a balance. If you get up in the morning, you don't brush your teeth, you're not taking care of yourself first, this is where you're not getting that balance, because now you're out there, you just start helping others, you have bad breath, you haven't groomed yourself, and so you see where there can be an unbalance. And that's where your mastery comes in, because at the end of the day, only you know what you need in your moments. Everyone else is going to have their opinion, their own perspective, but it's your experience. And Mom has taught us, you can always push, you can always do more, you can always be grander. But if you haven't eaten all day, you haven't drank any water, how are you going to get to those levels?
You can't.
And so it's that, again, balance of knowing when enough is enough, when you can go into gluttony because you just want to keep eating. It's all there for us to discern.
The big thing to recognize in relation that it's not about you is that Mom's experience is the highest experience. That Mom is going through the most pain and suffering. She is going through all of the experience that none of us could handle. And this is why Mother, okay, is the one we focus on in every moment, because not only is the fact that she is God in and of itself, which is the point that you would focus on God, only service to God is the true reality. Every other thing is less than, okay? And when you can become God with God, you have to love yourself enough to get to that point. And you recognize in these present moments of now how much help Mother could use. Pleading, begging with all of humanity to stand up and love their mother, to serve love.
Right.
She requires, in these moments with where she's at and being in Hawaii, she is focusing on her ascension, okay? We are here to support her in her ascension, because then thus we can all go home into the light. Without her going home, we have nothing, okay? And it's up to humanity to step up and recognize their mother and everything that she is doing, has done, and will continue to do for them by providing the support for her to continue her mission. She must be able to complete this mission, and it is with the help of humanity. Humanity must step up. That's a part of the contract, everyone. We forget this. We lose this conception that we came here to serve Mother. We came here to serve Mother Earth.
Hope had a good comment. It's not about you. There's no you in the greater good of all, in oneness with Mother and Father God.
Thank you, Hope.
Everything you experience is an experience for all. So, the transparency, sharing these experiences with you guys so that we all learn from each other. We're all leveling each other up. And it's that discernment that really comes in, where you recognize, is this for the greater good of all? Is this service to self? And of course, having that discernment of, well, yeah, I still need to brush my teeth, and I still need to take care of myself and make sure I'm clean, and so you go ahead.
Hope had said, when you put Mom's experiences first, you shift your experiences as such in the oneness energies of all of creation. Brilliantly said, Hope. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's it right there. She's got the communication. Get him, Hope. She's got it. She's got it. And I can definitely see, because Hope can speak on these things, because she's been there with Mom in the physical for a long time, to assisting her. And you got to have balance within that. You have to be able to function. That's the point, is that the ego program mind can't function. It's dysfunction itself. So we are here to evolve and get into function. And so you have to be able to function. A case in point, you got to be able to change the oil in a car for it to function. You have to be able to, yeah, there's maintenance. Everything requires attention. Yeah, that is what love does. Love handles the details, gives it attention, gives it the love, the nurturing, the compassion, the persistent push towards a higher and grander version of itself. Ooh,
Nice one.
that was good.
Dana had a good comment. She says, "You as a fractal of the totality, learning to authentically love oneself is the only way in which we learn to love authentically."
Ooh.
Yeah, it's finding that wholeness, that balance within yourself, knowing you don't need outside validation. You don't need a partner to be you, to be whole, to be complete in your actions. And finding that and anchoring that in, everything naturally then will be drawn to you because there's this sense of balance within you where you're not an incubus succubus. You're not trying to take energy from someone in order to fill the gaps and voids within yourself. God and your own self-love for yourself and God naturally fill that. And that's been the missing link. That's why she's referred to the Holy Grail, because she fills our cup.
Don't let it fill up too much. That's all.
You got to go ground that out.
Right. You don't want it to overfill. Next thing you know, it's like, wait, whoa. I said when? Oh, wait. It's definitely, it's bits and pieces, and this is something that has been brought up before. I feel it was even a comment by Father on the stream, and I'll just reheart now that, we can't handle all the ascension energy that's coming in. We have to look at ourselves and go, yeah, it wrecks us, wrecks the team. You watch humanity spin, the whole thing. So that's why Mom is piecemealing it out. She just dumped, a massive amount of 5D frequency. It would just wreck everyone. It just is what it is. This mission is in a complete unknown. This is the first time in all of creation that a physical planet is ascending, the densest in all of creation, in the sense that it is the most physical. So it is the least etheric. So Mom is bridging the gap between the etheric and the physical, and becoming rehearted that this experience has been going on for, at least since we arrived, of course, and even beyond that. And I reheart now that Mom had been expressing to us that the etheric were having, experiences too. They were expanding themselves. Because as they come closer into the physical experience, and we come up closer to the etheric, in our respective realms, it starts to intertwine. It starts, because that's the testing phases, piece by piece, coming back together. And then ultimately, with a culmination. That is the event. That is the bringing back together from the separation, which is the separation of Mother and Father God. That really is that's the first ultimate. We say that we're separate from God, right? That's the sense of Jehovah and the whole bullshit from that. All right. And then Father went down into the dark so that he could bring all that back to Mom, because it was lost. It was taken out. The energy was taken out. So when you witness that, you start seeing that it's all about the unity. This is the way it has been constantly being the ping, everyone working together. We witness it within the fractal, how when any one goes out of alignment, it's just the whole entire fractal starts to break down. Holes in the shield. Boom, boom, boom. Unity is everything. That's Mom's protection. And unity consciousness is being in Christ consciousness. That's God's consciousness. And you must master consciousness itself in order to reach that level. This is why we have chosen to come down here, take on this contract, and be the greatest and grandest visions of ourselves in every moment.
Woo-hoo!
Get 'em! Get 'em! All right? This is the ultimate university. Let's recognize, let's realize that energetics are everything. Your energy is the cornerstone, the backbone, the piece of the puzzle, the keystone, all of it. All right? That is it. Where your consciousness is at, the thoughts that you have, the things, the people, the places, the ideas that you focus on is what you give energy to. And when you consistently focus on Mama God and her going home into the light, watch the video Monument. Watch it. It's beautiful. All right? It is a representation of the physical ascension. We've talked about it before on stream. Mom had guided me on to here to do it. I would love for all of you to go out there and check it out because it gives you an actual visual representation of what it is that mom may potentially go through. Who knows? I don't know shit. It'll give you a feeling, though. I can share that with you right now. You don't body light up watching that video, you don't got no heart, you don't got no soul, and you best watch out because mama God gonna get you. It will turn on your feelers. And that's what we're here to do, is to feel.
Right.
Feel. So, everyone, please reach out to us. If you're feeling down, you're feeling out, you're kind of stuck in a funk, we have the etheric surgeries offered. We are now going 3rd round on the etheric surgeries. So for any of you out there that feel like you're really stuck with it, you're like, oh my God, I've been out and down for years now, get into the surgeries. Get into the surgery cycle. We got, beautiful Trinity energy anchored in now. If you really feel you need that 3rd one, then grab it. 2nd one, grand and great. I can feel the energies. I'm going to be do my best to get one of those sessions that is a 3rd surgery and feel into someone's energetics, because I definitely have felt the difference between the 1st and the 2nd surgery and what had been taken out, and it definitely was more energetic in nature within the 2nd than the 1st one. So I feel it's going to go even deeper. So the ping and the idea would not have come up if it wasn't something of great value. So really feel into that, everyone, and check it out. And there's so many other sessions to offer too on top of that, so check those out too.
But if you're new to this, the highest priority is getting that etheric surgery done. This is going to completely accelerate your ascension. We've all physically experienced the changes. Read the testimonials for yourselves. Do the research. You're spending big money on any other pharmaceutical drugs or going to any other spiritual practice or help. You ain't going to get anything better than a surgery from God. Okay, there's no doubt about it. This is absolutely incredible. We see the miracles every day. People are transforming. People are waking up. Why do you think you're here? Please book your sessions. You will not regret it. In terms of value, this stuff is priceless. And for $88.88, you will change your life forever.
Amazing. Amazing.
People spend thousands of dollars going to, spiritual retreats and all sorts of different things where they just spend so much money, and they feel they're getting value out of that. But they're using God's energy and not even including her in any of the practices. They don't even recognize she's on the planet. That's why we refer to these light workers as slight workers, because they missed the target, which is why now everything is coming to the surface. For those of you who aren't in your heart, who aren't recognizing mom, who aren't willing to transform, you are malfunctioning, you are dysfunctioning, and your time is done.
TikTok.
And we speak directly to the ego program mind who has hijacked your brain. It has severed the connection between your brain and your heart, so you no longer have the appropriate discernment to even know that when truth hits you in the face, you're still looking the other way. Mama God is here. She is our planet, our host, our hostess with the mostest. And it is time we shift. Embody our higher selves. That is her greatest joy. Only God could give you that information. Why do you think she's God? She's the giver of dreams. How is she going to give you your dreams if you're not fulfilling your purpose? If you're not stepping up to the plate? If you'd rather be scared, staying in your room, hiding? What good is that going to do? That's the program overtaking your divinity, wanting you to run away from your greatest experiences, from your greatest expansion, from your true purpose of meeting God, serving God. That's a ding. So these are exciting times, and we have to shift it. We got to give it all back to our dear mother, who's in Hawaii right now, fighting for her life. Because humanity is not transforming. They're not recognizing her. No matter what she has done, the program just continues to revert back to the same old habits of serving yourself, not recognizing God is on the planet, thinking you actually did something. Okay? All you super egos out there, you are full of your own shit.
Oh my.
You can no longer mimic divinity. And it's so plain to see. So be excited that you have now the tools, that you have sharpened your discernment on this journey to recognize the truth from the fake news that continues to try to put fear into you. Let's be divine. Let's shine. Let's gather. No more time to waste. Do not hesitate on your connection to God. It's already there. You don't have to flick the switch on. You don't have to go to some, special ceremony. It's already
You
there.
don't have to try. Like, that's the thing. Yoda's coming in strong. There is no try. There's only do. You don't try and be divine. That's half-assed divinity. You don't run that game. You don't run that play. You don't run that show. You pop that track out and you throw it into the galactic central sun and you say no more. You do it. You be it. Being is in the root chakra. That is the essence of the root, is being. It involves the trust, the strength, the support to move forward into the upper chakras. So really feel into that one right there. Because there's no reason for any of us to be grasping or seeking to be divine. That is an interesting one right there, because that's of the ego.
Mm-hmm.
So how can the ego want to be divine? That's such a double-edged sword right there. Why would the ego ever seek to be divine? Why would it ever go for that?
Yeah, because if it seeks it, it doesn't have it. Right?
Correct.
So by seeking it, you're actually going away from something you never had to go anywhere to be it.
It's like running away from it's running away from it. And so that's what I'm getting that ping on. It's like somehow like skirting around it and kind of dipping your toe in it, and not just like it's not a full commitment.
It's pulling you out of your divinity because it's convinced you that you have to go somewhere else to be it, to find it, to discover it, to anchor it in when you already it in the present moment of now.
Ah, I see now, because you brought up the slate workers, and they just showed me how that's a big thing for that community, is that they're like, well, I have to go into my shadow work.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go in a little deeper, okay? Like, just give me a moment. I'm just going to be here for like 2 weeks in this cave, and if you could just serve me while I do this, I got to go into this work. And it's like, that's where it's at. It basically pulls you out of being fully embodying the responsibility of what you came here to do.
Savannah says, don't run from yourselves. Have fun with yourselves.
Yay!
Woohoo! Childlike wonder, baby.
Mm-hmm. Play with the energies, right?
I just got body light up on that one.
Because you gotta play the game.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta play the game. In any game, yeah, sometimes you get caught in something. Right? Mousetrap or anything. Yeah, that happens, and that's no fun. You're like, ah, shit.
You want to be that pouty little brat sitting in the corner like, I don't want to play.
Right, you can end up like that. The game will bring it out. Because you can't hate the player, you hate the game. Right? Because the Cabal created that game to play. So you flip it into the higher, and you go, well, I'm divine intelligence.
You beat them at their own game.
Boom!
Gold,
Thank you, Mom.
titanium, and platinum.
Gold, titanium, and platinum. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mother God.
Thank you, Mother. Very grateful for the healing
So
elixirs.
thank you, Mama. Thank you,
Check
Mama.
it out.
Thank you, Mama.
Immediate body light up right there. Totally clearing. Crack
Wow.
my neck.
That is
Still,
nice.
it's now it's becoming like a pulsating.
It's a ninja juice, Mama.
Hi! I had the image though. I was like, oh, this just smells like, no, it didn't. You ain't coming in. Get out of here. That's
No wonder why Mama smells so good.
Wow. Every time I take a sip of that, it's like
You're taking a sip? Why are you taking
my eyes sharpen. It's like it's like a sharper, clear vision that comes through. It's pretty cool.
Like Spidey sense.
Mhm.
Cupcakes.
Mhm.
Cupcakes?
Yeah.
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, I got an. Okay, bring it on. There you go. There you go. Bring it on. What did he say? Cupcake
Cupcakes.
candles. Yeah.
They can't.
Look at
So
that.
awesome.
Mmm.
They smell so good.
They
Wonderful.
are not edible. I know they look tempting.
Wait, they're not? Okay, so then.
Someone actually took a bite of this one, but we'll fix it.
We'll leave that one in the unknown. Beautiful. Yeah, so we do have a beautiful line of different candles. We also have the one behind you right there. We did show that one yesterday. These are all just big reharders on all the different things that you can purchase. And let's leave one of them right here, actually. I'm feeling right there. Well, I'm still going to leave it right here. Thank you. Thank you very much. I bet you will. Addie, stop it. These are Mama God's atoms, and they're not the edible atoms.
Right.
Okay, thank you. And these are the ways that you can support Mom. This is how you can be helping Mother. Okay, in these ascension times, is provide. Look at the products, see what interests you. GuyesHopeHealingEssentials.org. Check it out. I'm going to just type that in right now into the restream right here.
Yeah, let the angels guide you for the highest product for you. Ultimately, at this point in the ascension, the anchor of it all would be colloidal silver. Okay, if you are on a smaller budget, get your colloidal silver. Start taking it daily. Your body will heal faster, more naturally. You'll be able to actually get this energy into your body. Because that's where they got us to. They ripped the minerals, the vital minerals from our bodies. So this colloidal gold, it's broken down to the atomic level for absorption. So that as this energy comes in, you can truly harness it. You can truly bring it in because now these minerals have been replenished.
Oh my, this is great. Savannah, great comments today. She said, "Oh no, not the shadow work. I got yelled at last week because I'm spiritually bypassing by not doing my shadow work." Oh Lord Almighty, what a projection and a half. That's a long ass movie. It's longer than Avatar. I mean, that is just Jesus. Dylan, can you say a little bit louder for the back seat?
Oh!
That's what you would be by saying
Big
that.
fat juicy one.
Right, they're like, oh, no, you can't, you need more moments transforming this. It's like, no, I'm good. No.
I know better. I know better than you. Actually. So, no, you got to do this, or we're not going to be friends anymore. Okay.
You have 3 more sessions. I know we got you on that long-term plan. So at least, by next month, we'll book it in and you'll be fine. But, you've got to do your shadow work.
One of them was a tarot card a month.
Right.
That was what they paid into to learn about, like, a tarot card a month. Was that, like, over several years? I mean, what a hook and a half. You could book a 30-minute tarot card session with us and we can teach you the whole entire thing. You could also check out Mama God's Oracle deck, which is grand and great. Actually, if Love Muffin would love to grab that deck, I would love to pull a card.
Yeah, we are taking pre-orders for that, guys. They just got finalized. It's gonna take I want to say 3 weeks or so.
I'm not gonna.
Let's not give any dates.
Not
just
dates.
Get
push the energy though. Say again.
That's an interesting fact. There are 75 military helicopters in the air right now all across America.
Get him, Trump.
Something is going on.
That's abnormal?
Not fucking normal
That's
at all.
So it's interesting. I want to share with everyone that there was the Authority General of New York, who is a feminine Democrat, has announced that they would like to dissolve the National Rifle Association.
Really?
And something else that I read is that he's bringing in something right now. Bring it in. Okay.
Look at all of them.
Interesting.
All in the major
And
cities.
those are the airplanes.
All in major cities.
Where most of the COVID is too.
They're getting ready.
Fascinating.
Bring it on, Angel!
Yes.
She is ready, Trump.
It's
She
happening. Come on.
is ready.
Yes.
Air Force One. What? Starships.
Starships, blast off.
Disclosure.
Blast down.
Wow. That's
Gang,
great.
gang,
Get 'em.
What?
And it's interesting, there's none over Colorado.
Only clouds over Colorado.
Protected by God.
We don't got
You know
those
me.
kind of helicopters and planes going over us.
Right.
That's
Galactic
right.
shit,
We're
right?
protected by
galactic
Noma's
shit.
love.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the
We got the beautiful starships out here. We can see them.
Yeah.
All right, we see them moving around out here. That's why we are out here, because they're
Yeah.
watching Steve.
Shout out Galactic Federation of Light.
Yo,
See ya.
GFOL, what up?
Go,
You ain't. You best check yourself before Robin gonna wreck yourself.
Thank you, Mother God of all creation.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, big thing though, because it's a political move with the gun thingy, and I'm very curious. I felt into the hire of this, like how's mom going to help with this? Well, guns are bullshit. Either way. Well, maybe a Second Amendment right to own the guns so that we could fight against the military if ever necessary. The military is under Trump's control. And mom is working with Trump. Black Federation of Light is working with Trump. So what is there to be concerned about in regards to the military? What do we need the weaponry for anymore? Because it's going to be flipped on everyone. Okay? Because the whole entire left side has got to look at it from like, well, we're going to take away everything from them, and then we're going to put them in a position where they can't defend themselves. Right. Keep thinking that way. Mama's got your number. You don't got nothing. You're working for mama no matter what. Straight up. And we'd be like, oh my God, they're taking away our rights. That's universal law is the only law in creation.
Yes.
Okay? The United States and its Constitution was to be based off of this universal law, and it has been bastardized throughout its moments, as has the Bible, as has any type of book or written document. It has been in some way, shape, or form manipulated. So we have to let go of all that. This is why it's, we write here, we make videos, we do all the content because mom's coming back in this lifetime and sharing it all. She's bringing in all the pieces back together and letting go of all the past and everything that ever was, grasping the nuggets, pulling out the beauty of it as the rest of it goes into the fire. And that's where we're at. And with that being said,
well, just to read some comments,
please do.
Patricia says, she's floating on the lazy river listening to us with the speaker.
Nice!
And mom loves the lazy river.
Oh, it's her favorite.
I was about to say she's always watching too.
Yeah.
Good one.
Nice.
So, shout out Mama's Energies out there.
That's
in the
going
river.
That's love.
And then,
Love you, Mama.
Angela, if you can post the pre-sale link for the Oracle cards.
Please
we
do.
will be drawing one here shortly for humanity. And then Savannah says, I just run in the sun and put my shadow to work. Does that count as shadow work? Oh, Mama, she says. That's funny. So,
Isn't that a grand one? Look at that.
Interesting.
Look at that. Okay, just check that out right now. Because who's that right there? That's Mama Jesus. Mama Jesus, hashtag Mama Jesus. Putting that in right now.
Frank just put her up too on the fridge.
Interesting.
Coming back on. Oh, Mom, we're gonna do you a Peter Pan shadow with rainbows. On the back.
That's brilliant. Flipping it.
And we're gonna throw glitter on it, Mom.
No more shadow work. Rainbow work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, so divine intelligence. Intelligence requires full use of the brain, not the mind. The mind is an illusion, a program. Divine intelligence comes from our heart-centered, internal knowing of whole and pure heart truth. Tap into the divine power of now to bring forth our gifts of divine intelligence. Boom. That's a good one right there. I got pinged to do 3. I'm going to keep going with that. Would you like to read the next one?
Sure. I keep wanting to talk about this for one.
Then talk about it. Please, please do.
The divine power of now. Let that resonate. Let that really bring in the truth for you. Because the only present is the presence. That's where everything's going to come in. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, right now. And this is a core value Mom teaches us, is how powerful it is to be present, to not attach to old traumas, to really enjoy what's around you in the moments of now. This allows the discernment to fully anchor in. Because when you're in present moment of now, you're in your heart. And you're coming from that space. So as different decisions come up, different things you have to go through, you can now discern because you're in your heart. You can recognize whether it's coming from love or fear. So divine intelligence, humanity. Get on it, practice it, be it, and do it. Divine tolerance seems to go hand in hand with what we're doing.
I feel
Because
so.
there's obviously big news hitting the planet right now. Humanity's waking up to the fact that this planet has been ran by satanic, baby-eating pedophiles.
Oh no, he went there.
I had to go there. And so there will be a level of tolerance in order to get us through this.
And that's something I've always seen, is that we will be here for all of humanity as this disclosure happens, and we find out the vile, villainous nature of the cabal itself and how they have been essentially eating their own kind. And that will really spark a lot of people into action, and at the same time will also spin people so far out that they will really require someone to be there for them to guide them through the spin, because it's going to be so intense for those who have not fully realized this, illusionary reality that yet has been an experience for the children, and it has trickled in a way to Mom's experience. That's why Mom has been so severely attacked over and over again, because the childlike wonder and innocence has been stolen from this planet, and it has to stop now.
Draconians, you will not win over our planet. Galactic Federation of Light, Source Prime Creator, Mother God of Creation will always win and defeat the master chess player.
Number
Yeah!
one! Woo!
Get him, Ricky. Thank you.
So I'll read the card, Divine Tolerance, accepting all of self with accountability and responsibility, teaches divine tolerance. In honoring all paths, divine tolerance thrives in discomfort, enduring test of strength. Tolerance sets firm boundaries and calls a spade with respect, tact, and honor.
Beautiful.
I'll show you the card.
Aww.
Get up in there. Now I got it. There we go. Boom. That's a nice little
It's the
picture.
same one behind us.
Good. Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Oh, what? And we just recently changed this flag like up.
That is cool.
Yeah. All right. I was definitely feeling a third card.
Let me share some comments.
Yes, sir.
That Trisha says, I'm always where you need me to be, Mom. Forever grateful. Savannah says, I had a dream the other night that I was in line to shake Trump's hand. When it got to be my turn, I bowed down instead. Then I said, come here, buddy, and gave him a hug. It was as though we'd known each other from a long, long time ago.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Come pick up our mama, Trump.
Let's go.
She is ready, Trump.
Yep.
Let's get this show on the road. Or
The
into the
mothership,
sky.
Starship Trump, immediately.
I will definitely share this next one. Then
Ooh.
we gotta go in threes right here. I really feel that the Trinity energy's gotta be kept strong, everyone. Is divine creativity.
Beautiful picture. That was
There
in
it is.
Oregon.
Yeah, were you there in this picture?
Mhm.
You were right there, yeah.
I
Beautiful.
think Hope took it.
Our purpose is to co-create in divinity. This is how the new earth will come to be. To repress the flow of one's creative force is sacrilege. Create and feel great. Love and the unknown are all that is. The unknown is a blank canvas to co-create with God. Love.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful, everyone. Oh, this is so good. Such a nice little... There we go. I'm just going to kind of do that. It always has like an energy to it, you know, all of them together.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, look at that. Fascinating. Well,
Yeah, this is how we get ourselves out the funk, is through divine creativity. We change it up. We flip the script. You know, it's tapping into that childlike wonder where you're like, you know, I remember I used to have a lot of fun doing that as a kid. And then you go do it. And the simplest things can bring you the biggest amounts of joy. And that's what this is all heading towards. Because you're going to be doing what you love to do in 5D. You're going to be following your passions. And for those of you who don't think you have any of that, you do. Trust yourself. This is where we say, go back to that childlike wonder. That's where you'll find your passions again. So please, we encourage you, book these sessions if you're struggling. If you just can't seem to figure it out, or you just keep reverting back, no matter what you do, book your spiritual etheric surgeries. None other by Mother God. None other by Mother God.
I am grounded
I
in
will
the
be
present moment of
booking my
now.
third surgery.
Thank you, angel trees, for grounding me into the present moment of now. Thank you, mountains, for grounding me in the present moment of now. I accept all codes from the angel trees and the mountains that surround me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sometimes we got to transform for each other.
No, sometimes I gotta ground your ass.
Oh wow.
Good times, good times.
Mom.
Mama!
Mama.
Mama! Only with the power of mom. Power of love. Back to the present. We're just vessels for creation. Thank you.
You guys, if
Get
you
the
haven't
hashtag.
done so, please
Please share, please. The hashtag game is strong right now, everyone.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Very grateful. And just share alike. Check out MeWe, another ping. It's another platform on social media that we're on. We're on the Facebook. We're on the Instagram, the Twitter. Check them. Mama's on LinkedIn, even. Let's get this show popping. Let's bring the awareness of mom across the planet. That is the goal. That is the point.
Yeah, if you feel any fear coming in, know that you have to look at that. This is the truth. And imagine this, one share. If you just get one more person home, this starts the avalanche.
Yeah, another order. Yeah, thank you. And I'm just curious, this order, well, look at that. It's a love muffin. Another order. What?
Keep them dinging, baby.
Thank you. That's it. Another thank you. Some more.
This is the highest return on investment you could have on any product on the planet. It's infused with the energies of God. You have to read the testimonials for yourself. Do the research. If you're spending obscene amounts of money on cosmetology, on health products, look and get them homemade. Get them from God. Coming straight from the grandest home of all, Mother God's home. Her energies of the unified field. Balanced harmonics. You can't make this shit up. People feel the difference when they apply it to their skin. People feel the difference when they wash their hair with it. It changes your life. And the proof is in the pudding. And boy, can we serve up some pudding here. Let me tell you. And it's saucy. We like to keep it saucy.
Mom requested.
Okay.
We already.
Yes. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, Mom just came in with a message. She said that severe issues occurring in First Fractal. FYI, dominoes in effect across my entire new Earth energetics have been compromised, and to let all of the stream know. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
And then she said, Stacy, fuck off, you don't know shit.
Full transparency in heaven. Okay.
Yeah, we are
Makes sense.
transparent, and
I felt that.
let's just focus here. Let's send our love to Mom. Let's support her fractal, the first fractal. Father and FM are transforming a lot. They're taking on humanity's dysfunction. We got the darkest being and the dumbest being together to transform to the highest. And so they are taking it on for humanity. They are the shield for Mom. But we're all connected. We're all one in these moments. Let's send our love to the fresh fractal. Let's send our love to the Trinity for infinity.
Please do.
Let's be in our hearts right now. Feel the golden emerald light shimmering from your heart. As you breathe it in, it gets brighter and brighter. And then let's send it to Mom. Let's see her in Hawaii. Let's send her love, joy, smiles, healing. Let's support our great mother. We love you, Mom.
We love you,
We
Mother.
love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom.
Love you very much. Here for
Another
you.
order.
Another and another.
Another one.
Well,
That's Ashton.
At least we got some.
Yay.
Yep.
Thank you,
Boom.
Ashton.
Looks like another Oracle deck, correct? From what you can see.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Yep, that's 3.
We love you.
That's 3 pre-orders so far. Thank you everyone for your support in these moments. As you know, Mom is obviously going through turbulence in her current experience. Severe issues is way more than turbulence. So we will get you an update when it's highest and best to do so when we have one. Okay. So yeah, if there's anyone else that would like to jump on, you know, at all and express their feelings in these moments, I feel would be best.
Yeah.
Love you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Love you all. Please,
Thank you,
guys,
Mother.
keep Mom first in your hearts always, and breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe love to her, okay?
And pray to her all the time.
Shields up for Mama.
Yup.
I love muffins.
What's up, everybody?
Yay!
Praying for you, Mom. You know. Something's about to kick off.
Yep.
Like in a big way. I don't know shit about shit. But for all of you that can feel out there, you can feel this thing's about to pop off right now.
There's almost 200 military aircraft in the motherfucking air.
So
right now.
in these
United
moments,
States.
prayer, and create. We were brought here to create, creativity, creative expression. You know, a lot of what's been going on in the sessions and everything in these moments is to express ourselves through our actions. You know, and the more we can do that consistently, the more we anchor in that trust for Mom. The more we tap into that flow, the more we push through the uncomfortability. Divine expression.
They just told me to
See,
pick.
there we go. And you know, everything that's coming through in these moments is you know, express ourselves. You know, a lot of things are being called out and energetics, and we're noticing dysfunction, which is the end of the fucking robots. The fucking robot mind finished. Danzo.
R2D2. He's
Yeah, R2 is cool.
Member now.
And it's you know, and it's that's the differentiation between being robotic and operating from the mind versus divine expression. Divine expression is creativity. What is your unique expression? What is your passion? What is your passion? And you know, finding that passion, we have to have compassion for Mom. You know, it's like we have to really feel into and honor Mom for what she's done and what she's doing right now, because we're in whole new territory. And a lot of what I'm seeing at the moment is, it's like you'll see the dysfunction, call it on, focus, call it out, then move on, focus on the higher, and create. Create something. Create something with your hands, with a paintbrush, do something for Mom. Because there's a lot of people out there waiting around.
Stop it.
You know, and we gotta move, we gotta put our ideas into action. So
That's
let
so
me
funny.
read this card because it's a good one.
Yeah, we just picked the Divine Expression card.
We allow our energy its expression, letting the divine channel through our being into song, dance, writing, gardening, art. All are forms of expression that will unlock the throat chakra's full power. We do not allow our energy to express dysfunction. That's so beautiful because, you know, a lot of what's happening, what I'm seeing is people are focusing on the dysfunction, you know, focusing on the lower. Yeah, the lower's there. We fucked up. Take accountability and flip that shit. Come back. Come back
Let's
to
do it.
what can I create? What would love do next? Get excited. That's Ricky's brought a beautiful creative energy into the field.
Get him,
I
Ricky.
felt it before he was even coming.
Thank you, Mama.
You know, be able to create that artwork, create that sculpture. If I can write that poem, write it down. And yes, I am always talking to myself, because when we wake up in the morning and we ask ourselves, can we be grander? How can we expand? How can we be better? How can we expand and evolve in every moment? Never mind just when we wake up. How can we expand now? How can we be more precise in this moment?
Talk to Mom in your heart, and she'll
That's
tell
it.
you.
Mhm.
That's it. You know, and that question is are we evolving or are we de-evolving? The robot right now is devolving into dumb ass fuckery. The divine part of you is beyond your wildest imagination of what you can produce and express.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments here. I don't feel I'm getting them all. I've just got a couple of people who are showing up. Let me know if I need to speak louder. That can sometimes be an issue. Just got Dylan. He actually looks like Peter Pan from Hook right now. Definitely a good comment to read. Jessica, hey there, yep, feeling it. Shout out, Angela, love you. Keep getting them. So consistent on the stream, we appreciate it. Hashtag unicorns. Thank you, Erin. Yeah, so I'm just kind of getting like a couple of people's comments, so. Yep, yeah, he's really rocking the Peter Pan vibe. I feel like Dylan's going to show the fans.
Yay!
Get him, Robin.
Get him, Robin. You got the green on, kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was green.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
and pray for Mom. Pray. And that prayer is energetic prayer. You know, send that diamond love, sparkling brightness from your heart, because that she feels it. You know, and she receives it, and she becomes stable from it. You know, and in these moments,
Mhm.
stability.
Yeah.
Mom needs stability, and the more of us sparking off in our diamond hearts, you know, letting that spark shine.
Yeah.
That is what's giving Mom that safety and that space to launch off, to get this thing going. You know, she needs space. She needs a moment. And you know, if enough of us can get in right action and give her a full day of flow,
Yeah.
full flow, enjoy. Boom, precision, precise. She's got this. You know, this is the chaos. Can you keep the calm in the chaos? While these fuckers spin the fuck out.
Yeah.
Can you hold down the peace while the chaos is going on? You know, and the best way is to push, create, because it has the opposite effect on the control, because it's free expression.
Mm-hmm.
Can't control free expression. Nada.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Thank you, Peter.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really prominent right now that is where society are going to have to really make that jump, you know, into that creative flow and the control dramas, the focusing on the lower. Like, sure, you've got to really work through that stuff, and Mom has always shared it's that one perfect day of all the team in right action that is gonna really create the conditions for her to go. So we're all pushing for that, and whatever it takes to get all of us there and into that space for Mom. And that's for you guys as well, you know, in your own unique environments, whether it's at work, at home. Like, you know, I know everyone's like, the planet's shut down right now, so I don't know how people are working, or it's different everywhere. But yeah, I did feel to speak on it a little bit, because we've been out there for a month, just under a month, I feel it was, that we were kind of touring.
Just one second. Mom shared something on our chat. No more excuses for
Right.
anyone. No more.
Time to embody.
No more bypassing excuses. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mama.
And
Thank you, Mom.
that's that's for all of us.
I feel justification's a big one that ties into that. Like, what is an excuse? It's when you're like, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 and you start justifying. So
Yeah.
the justification, like, that's something that we really all, that receiving and that surrender is so powerful. You know, even if you don't agree with what the other person is saying, just say, okay, I'll feel into it. Go away and let them calm down. You know, if they're coming at you pretty charged, let them calm down. And then you can have a little moment saying, yeah, you know, I can see how that would be happening. And I just felt you might benefit from knowing. And then, you know, provide them with some awareness, because we're all here as pieces of the puzzle. The ego cannot see itself. It can't. So that's why Mom designed it this way, as pieces of the puzzle, that we would actually have to have our mirrors. It's a hall of mirrors. Whatever you're going to embody, you're going to attract. And that's something everybody has to take accountability for, because whether you're experiencing stuff going missing, whether you're experiencing people arguing with you, your energy is attracting that. And you can like blame other people, be ungrateful for your experiences, whatever it might be, till you're blue in the face. But when push comes to shove, if you don't accept that you have to fix your energetics to make the situation change, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's a big, you know, that's a big place to push your energy, is in really that surrender, looking at what still bothers you, what still triggers you, and can you hold your center through a discussion about it, you know. Yeah, and I just felt to share with Mom, you know, she's moved locations in the past couple of days, and interesting energetics just with being on the move, you know, because you guys will still move around to get to the shops or whatever it is you're doing, and the attacks increase. You know, it all depends how you're holding your field. Your house is your field, your safe space is your field. And whenever Mom arrives in a location, she sets up her field. She has her incense burning, she has her candles, she has music if it's the moment. You know, she will move things around to support her flow of energies. And she sets up the grid energetically as well. So she will be praying and cleansing and transforming the space. And one thing I love to do whenever I go into a space is ask the dragons, the fairies, the elementals, the gnomes to come and cleanse and clear the entire field and every being in it. You always feel a lift. That's one thing that I really feel people aren't doing enough of, is asking their angels for help and support, because you can feel it. Like, if you can feel energetics, you can feel when it's heavy and spinny, and you know, you can go into control and say, don't do this, or oh, we need to do this, and you're going to find out that doesn't work, because control is an ego frequency. So why don't you try first going into your heart and praying, pinging someone to stop doing something that's dysfunctional. In these energies, how instant heart manifestation is, you'll watch them stop. You just need to take the moments to really experiment with that, to practice the heart pinging. And it's fun. It's super fun. So you can definitely use the elementals to help clear your environment. And when you're out and about, please shield and cut cords. You have a lower thought coming in. Like, don't let that thought loop just take you into obliteration. Like, okay, shit, I'm getting thought attacks right now. Cut cords. Find, you know, somewhere to sit for a minute and just breathe in rainbow. Like, take the transformation into your own hands. This was what we really had to learn when we were out traveling, and you know, Mom has had this experience moving from location to location, and right now with where everyone's at, it's so crazy out there, you know, that you will be fucked if you don't do this, because we've had the experience. You know, you will spin, you'll get hijacked, you'll get sabotaged, because you're on a mission for God. So the ego is like, fuck you have got a big target on your back, you know, if you're gonna play in the realms of dysfunction. And love is the complete shield. So shielding and using the energetics of love, being in divine alignment, you'll attract divinely aligned people, because shit energetics attract shit experiences, and vice versa. It's karma. So that's what Mom's had going on physically. And then Etherically, I did just want to give a couple of updates because there's been some pretty cool stuff happening. As you all know, Mom's been working on the Dark Crystal, and that shit is eerily just exactly like the movie The Dark Crystal. So check that out if you haven't seen it, because that was already channeled in. Mom already channeled in exactly what she was going to come up against. So it's right there. And what's really interesting is that Mom has, as she's cleared the darkness that surrounded the crystal and gotten more into freeing the Lemurian shard, it's come through. Mom's been aware that there's 13 pyramids on the planet that all provide the communication system. That is between Mom and the galactics and any being that is in heart telepathy. This is very important because 5D, it's heart telepathy. So if you're in the heart, you're going to know what to say, how to act, what to let go, what to call out. And you're going to be able to navigate through your experience because you're going to have Mom and your angel team right there guiding you. So the 13 pyramids that Mom is activating as part of her communication systems were flipped by the Cabal. And Mom has known this for a moment because in 2012, the solstice, Mom actually sent out the 911 emergency call. And that was 911. It was, please help me. Emergency, Mother Earth sending out for her angels to come online. And, you know, she realized in those moments that that was when she entered 5D. And it was the heart telepathy. It was that full activation. And interestingly, there are select people who we meet and we come across. I met one being called Beth, who she had shared with me in 2012. She actually had a homing beacon start going off in her heart. And she just heard, go home, go home, go home. And I actually met her like out in the planet. Like she didn't find the stream or, you know, book a session or anything, and she was telling me about her awakening, and I asked when she awoke, and she said solstice 2012, because I had a homing beacon go off, and I was like, that's when Mom sent out the homing beacon, like 911, call home, you know, ET phone home. You know, Mom's putting it all right there for us to see. So yeah, the dream machine, that's another one. The dream machine was the pyramid flipped, you know, the Illuminati symbol and everything. They took control of the pyramids. Another really poignant lifetime of Mom's, Cleopatra in Egypt, and, you know, a time when the Cabal defeated her, and, you know, we went into a big bit of a decline there, and that's what has been happening largely for humanity. As Mom comes in and raises the frequency of the planet, humanity will tend to de-evolve. And that's what we're seeing happening right now, but you have to also understand that it is the planet expanding. It's the planet raising in vibration, so it is going to shake up and shake out any dysfunctional energetics. So it's part of the organic process. So Mom did discover that there's a mini dark crystal inside these 13 pyramids. And it has a light crystal on top that they're like using the dark crystal to deceive and warp that energy, the same with the original Lemurian shard that's in the crystal. So Mom has been reconstructing this grid. And pretty much as she's taken down the dark crystal, it is like she is multidimensionally working on all of them. So that is the main process she's working on. So of course, the Cabal are going to hit back right now. They're going to really try to hit her where it hurts. And what's that? You know, her direct support. We saw on the stream today, the way we run the stream set up. And today, just a massive amount of fuckery, massive amount of infiltration. So yeah, sending lots of love and shielding to Mom and knowing that you do make a difference. Really. You know, it ends with us. That should be the whole thing. Like, okay, if it's, whatever it might be, if it's arrogance or control dramas or anything like that, like recognize it, say what needs to be said, and find the solution. Move past it, grow, and evolve. So yeah, we would like to also just share some exciting new stuff because we have the 8/8 portal coming up in 2 days' time. So that will have some fun new releases going on. And one of the things that we are going to be releasing is for Tier 3 and Tier 4 of the Crystal School Academy. There will now be Crystal Ascension sessions, which will be included for everyone who is a subscriber on Tier 3 or Tier 4. So if you are not a subscriber, look into it, because we have a bunch of master classes available through the Crystal Schools. We send out material personally to you every month. The Ascension astrology reports are sent out, so it's a whole platform that you can get, you know, a monthly content and monthly expansion activities. So the Crystal Ascension sessions, they're going to be focused on the kids. So for anyone who is subscribed into the Crystal Schools Academy as a family, it'll be a 20 to 30 minute call with the children, and it'll just be like a fun interaction session. You know, recommend you have a blanket, buy a tree, some toys, a drink, a snack, and it'll just be, you know, what toys do you have there, and kind of getting them to interact for the younger ones, and asking them any challenges they're experiencing, and getting a feel for their energetics, and really developing a connection and a relationship, because we're family. We're family with you guys. And one of the beautiful things on our road trip, you know, that we went over to the East Coast and we got to stay with people who are in sessions with us and who've been following us and who love Mom, and they're in this for Mom. And we really realized that personal connection with you guys that's just absolutely at the heart of all of this for Mom. Mom often can't get on Skype. You know, Jermaine will say, you can't go on Skype today, and she'll get to like 2 and she's like, fuck you, and she'll go on anyway, and she's like, Jermaine says I can't be on here, but I mean, how lame is that? You know, she's God, she's on the planet, she came here because we prayed her into existence. We literally said, God, please come and help us en masse, trillions, godzillions of times, so much so that she was like, okay, I'm coming. And now what? She's here, and, you know, she has a handful of people who love to message her, but because of the energetics, a lot of the technology isn't secure or whatever it might be. So, you know, Mom really values the connection with each of you and all the messages that everyone sends her, the videos, like taking the moments to share your experience with Mom to bring her joy in her experience. That's really what Mom really loves and what makes us smile so much at the time. So we would love to strengthen that bond and that connection so that, you know, everybody is way more together in this for Mom, because after all, it's about unity. And so that's just something we're really excited about. And we're going to launch that on the 8/8 portal. So if you are already a subscriber, you know, we'll be getting in touch with you to set those sessions up. And if you are a subscriber, because we've had a few people messaging and just saying like, I'm a subscriber, like how do I access the master classes? It's all on Patreon. So Patreon is the platform. There's a login. It's all provided via email. So check back over everything. If you're having trouble, you haven't accessed any of the material yet, because we have a messaging system on Patreon where we send out these updates as well. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, check it out. It's on the website, lovehaswon.org, and you can access the Patreon page as well. So yay, hope to see a few more people. And how awesome is that? You know, it's like what, $77.77 for a session. The tiers are like $55.55 and $77.77, so you can get a monthly session every month, plus all of the other extra stuff that's being put on there. It's really cool. And as well as the session with the kids, of course, we're going to have a follow-up session with the parents, with the guardians, to go over how they can help. And this is available for everybody. We even have people on as subscribers who have no children, but they look after their nieces, their nephews. You know, we've got some people who have like 7, 8 kids over at their house, like playing, and they want to know how to work in these unique dynamics. So whatever your situation is, if you are involved with children, it's something that you should definitely feel into. We have to move away from all the linear education. So woohoo, thank you, Mom. Crystal School. Yes, Mom.
So God's made it easy easy to participate. You know, the participation to be able to involve yourself in co-creating the new earth. Because that's what mom's doing now. She's setting up all these energetics for this whole new earth that we're going to build together. Those in the heart. And, you know, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that, or, you know. Choose one, listen to your divine intelligence, ask your angels for guidance, and jump in. Jump in and go for one. You know, and with what's about to pop off now, a lot of perseverance is going to be required. You have to push. You have to push yourself against the backlash of the retardation out there that's trying to derail this shit. And you know, that perseverance is in mom's example. Because if you watch how mom has conducted herself and lived every moment of her life is impeccable. Impeccable. And we've got to get to that level. Now, there's no more moments to waste. And the participation with God, with the energetics that mom set up and the co-creative ideas that mom's pushing, helps you fast track that transformation. Because, you know, a lot of you guys out there, you know, are waiting. I can feel it. You guys are waiting. You're waiting for something to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to fall out the sky. You know, you have to be able to put one foot in front of the other and push through the blocks, the crying of the mind, the excuses, all that shit. You got to push through it. You got to go straight through it. And then you start building up little credits. You know, you start getting into the flow. You start finding organic things, creative expression with whoever, you know, whoever you get pinged on, whoever you feel to co-create, as long as the intent is pure and it's for the highest and it's for mom, you know, go for it. Don't waste moments umming and ahhing. You know, that guidance that we get, that intuitiveness is crisp. When you ask the questions, it's going to come the first thing. Then what's going to happen is that robot whore inside of everybody is going to try and convince you otherwise. It's going to try to derail you from the action, from taking action. You know, so you've got to discern and move, discern and move, discern and move, discern and move, and you know, it's like forging a diamond. You know, diamond didn't just appear there in the mountains. No. That diamond, every day the elements forging the perfect environment. You know, and for us, if we slip out of the moment, we just got to come back. Keep coming back. Let it go. Let it go. Use the tools. The bag of tools is full. Whip them out. Use 5 at once if you have to. You're multi-dimensional. Use them all. Shield up, rainbow sword, chop, kick, punch, whatever you have to do to get it out. Push through it. You know, it's precision moments. And, you know, there's been a lot of, like, rage and anger coming up for people because of what's going on and all this lower shit that's coming out that we enabled. That's why you're angry, because you enabled it. So you have to alchemize that emotion back to passion. You know? And then once the passion comes, it's like there's so much that mom's giving us now. So much. How receptive are you? How receptive are we to receive it? To receive those upgrades and that light, and to embody it and anchor it in us.
Get out of here. Yeah, it's so true. And especially with mom bringing this communications online, it's like get into that heart space. You know, you feel pinged to do something, roll with it. stay focused with it. Like, you know, there's a lot of distractions that are going to come in, and we did have someone on the stream comment, "Hi everyone, I've quietly observed you all for a few days now. I must ask something. You speak of energy and anchoring. Does the anchoring have to do with the crystallized grid that I can see now? So how do I do with that?" And that's exactly where we're headed. You know, what is Love Has Won? What is Mom providing you? She's providing you the removal of the veil. Everybody on this planet has been genetically engineered, targeted, you know, to really operate in a very limited perception. We're talking 10, 20% brain use. Like, that doesn't sound right. You know, in school, we're like, we only use 10% of our brain. And we're all like, oh, okay. Like, not, why is that? I don't see any other animal using 10% of an organ. You know, there's no critical thinking. We were taught not to question. What they told us was, you know, was the omnipresent, like, okay, we just ate it all up. We were spoon-fed lies. And we were spoon-fed truth as well that we didn't question. You know, why that was the case with the 10, 20% brain. That is true. We do use that, but why? Why is that the case? And what Mother God on the planet, Mother and Father God came because they anchored in the crystal grid, because they're pure crystalline form. So they're building the grid, and now they're asking everybody to tap into it. And if you don't know how to work with the crystal grid, you got to book a session with us, because we are here as the first contact ground crew team. And we're here trained by Mother and Father to be able to get you guys through your unique set of experiences, your unique challenges. And when Peter's talking about the toolkit, like, there is a million ways to crack an egg, and there's a million ways to address any issues that you're having. It's all part of your energetic system, because if you're having energetic misalignments happening in your experience, you have misaligned energetics that you have to correct. Because you could be experiencing heaven or hell. It's fully your choice. And Mom is really banking on everyone getting to the experience of heaven with her. And that is a constant evolutionary process. That's not like, I'm just going to have a day off today and just like hang out. And, you know, it's like, what can you do? What can you create? You know, how can you expand?
You know, what you asked there, right? What I picked up first of all, like, you got beautiful perception because Mom's actually just started truly activating all of that, that information, you know, that flows through the crystals. You know, that's Lemurian. She's working on the Lemurian crystal, the crystal core of the earth, you know, the source of our love. And the first thing to note is that this is a physical ascension, physicality. That's why God came down in a physical body. You know, that's what a lot of people struggle with. It's like, oh, God can't be here physically. This is a physical ascension,
Right.
which means God had to come physically anchored into the planet.
So obvious.
So, okay, I feel we're going to end the stream. I'll just end on this note. Physical ascension, which means the body has to catch up to consciousness. The expansion of the consciousness. The body is dense in 3D. It's converting from carbon-based to crystalline. Water, crystals, oxygen, all the elements, we're evolving. Evolution, right? First time it's happening, etheric coming into the physical vessel. We have to anchor that in to the physical vessel. That's why you have to do the session, because the Mom removes all the blocks, density pockets that are preventing us from anchoring in that light. Those little hooks, those little belief systems that's hooking, creating pockets of density so the energy can't flow in harmony with divine flow, universal law, Mom, truth. We have to be able to be receptive to that light, to receive it. And the beliefs and the density pockets and all this other bullshit prevents us from absorbing it. And, you know, I feel, Georgie, you just got pinged on stopping the stream.
Yeah.
So we'll end it now, guys. You know, pray for Mom. Pray for Mom's love, truth, safety, healing, stability, Send her all your love, every waking moment, every breath. Gratitude. Present moment is gratitude for all that mom does. Honor her through your breath, through your actions. And bring that shit on. Bring it. Bring it. I got nothing in the tank. Love keeps going. Full tank. Love, full tank, ego running on empty reserve.
Yeah.
Finito, Baba. Nothing. So,
Everyone prays for mom. She
Yes,
is
prayers for
enduring
Mom.
severe attack right now. So we love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in every morning, 6 a.m. Mountain Time, every afternoon, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So we'll see you guys in the morning. We love you.
We love you, Mom.
love you, mama. Love you, love you, love you, love you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Love has won. Na 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 na. Hey. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Love has won.
Get him on that!
Love you. Hey, mama. Yo, Al,
Yes.
where do we stop at?
Oh, right here.
Oh,
I got it.
finito.
El Summit Club.
Yep.